You're listening to the DJ Dani Show.
Hey, this is Laura Madsen, writer and celebrity publicist of TheLadyinRedblog.com. For the latest takes on entertainment, music, food, fashion, and fun, come check me out at TheLadyinRedblog.com.
Good evening, everyone. Today is Tuesday, October 27, 2015. Welcome to the DJ Dani Show on HowIt'sOnRadio.net, stream HR2. I'm your host, DJ Dani. We have a great show for you tonight. I have my lovely co-host, the Lady in Red here, Laura Madsen.
Hello.
Before we get the show started, would you like to tell everyone where we can find more information about you?
Oh, my goodness. Where can you find me? I am a writer at TheLadyinRedblog.com. And you can find me on Twitter, Lady in Red Blog. And you can find me on Facebook, A Lady in Red Who Writes.
That's amazing. And your promo just played before the show started.
Yes,
so
that was me. That was me. And tonight we have
SVB bands, well, Savannah Van bands.
Yeah, they are an amazing rock band based out in Los Angeles, and it's pretty exciting to have them here.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Hey, what's up?
I really would like to know if you guys can introduce yourselves and say what part you play in the band.
Okay, hi, I am Savannah Van, and I am the lead singer.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I play guitar.
I'm Ronnie, I play drums.
And I'm Free, and I play the bass, and I'm the overall good-looking guy.
Well, it's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it, right?
Yeah, Free's lucky. He's black.
So friendly.
So how did you guys wind up getting together? Tell us the story. I know when you first started out, you were actually called Savannah Van Band, and then we had some morphing over the past couple of years into SVB.
Yeah, we did. You know, I kind of was looking for a band to just play live shows with, and I found these guys at my church and just through friends that I knew, and once we started getting together, we started writing and realized that we had something special. So for the past 5, almost 6 years probably, we've just been writing like crazy, performing, and now we're in the middle of our album, our first like real album. We had an EP last year, but this year we're hoping to do about 11 songs on this album, so we're really excited about it, and so far it sounds great.
Wow, that's amazing. That's really cool.
Where did you guys all meet? Like, how did you guys all become a band?
Like,
Well, I met Savannah in our church. We go to the same church, so it actually was convenient. And so she saw me playing guitar, was like, hey, do you want to play in my band?
Hey, that guy's really hot.
That would be me.
No, the people, yeah, basically through church and through other friends. But yeah, we all grew up in the same church, and they play there, so that's how we kind of met.
So you really didn't have to audition. It was like, okay, I see what you're doing now. I kind of like it. And then your chemistry worked. Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
How long have you guys been together as a band?
Hey.
6 years, roughly 5 to 6 years.
It'll probably be 6 years on New Year's Eve, actually, is when we first kind of got together and met. So, like, 6 years, New Year's Eve.
Yeah. And I didn't join until May of that year, I think, right?
Yeah.
So it was like May.
Yeah, it took a while for us all to come together, but we're happy with where we are now.
That's amazing.
And Ronnie joined it on Friday morning.
Yeah, we definitely went through a lot of morphine. We weeded out some people, brought some people in, and now we're like just happy we're content, and we're all on the same page, and we all just want to do this for our careers and for our lives, and yeah, we're really excited about it.
Yeah, that's good. It's really good that you have like that kind of chemistry too. It's not just like, oh yeah, we all play instruments and different ones and stuff like that, but it works.
And I thought that we have to have chemistry.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah, I know. Don't you hate being in the same room with people you don't like?
Oh, I could tell you, I know that, definitely.
So are you guys content now, like with the 4 of you, or do you see like the band expanding again?
I think we're content right now with the 4 of us. I feel like maybe we'll like get some people when we go on tour to play extra instruments, but never really adding people to the core of us, like the writing part. I think less is more in a way with this, because more opinions makes it a little bit difficult sometimes. So yeah, I'd say we're content right now.
And if we ever are working with a producer, I'd love to write with them.
Yeah.
And get their input on stuff, but not so much another member.
Yeah, we would love to co-write as well. I think that's definitely something we're interested in.
So how does the writing relationship work with you guys? Like, is there somebody that generally gets the lyrics going, or gets the music going, or gets some kind of riff?
I kind of start off, it's Alex, and I kind of start off on guitar, writing like a riff or a song, like a chord progression or something. And then I toss it over to Savannah, and she does her thing lyrically and melodically.
Yeah, well, and sometimes we'll get together and just someone will have something prepared, and then we'll just feed off of each other, which is really cool.
That's pretty cool.
Honestly, one of my big questions I really wanted to know about was because when she first brought you guys to my attention with having you on my show, today, when I was writing your questions, all I did was listen to your music nonstop from Reverb Nation. I'm like a big fan, just so you know. But I really want to know about Maintain Master. Like, what's behind it? Like, that's my favorite song. I'm like not even kidding. I'm learning the lyrics. So.
Maintain was a song that we wrote a while back, and it's actually one of our older songs, but it's one of our poppiest songs too. And I love that song too because we kind of just wrote it about, being content, like I said we are, and just being happy with the way things are going in a relationship. And yeah, that was definitely, I think now our music is so much harder than that, but I love that we have that side to us as well.
It's also really good that you're challenging yourselves with the music that you're doing, or changing it up and doing more different kinds of genres as well. That works.
Yeah, I'm so excited about this new album. It's
this
definitely
next record,
harder.
Yeah, this next record is much heavier, and it's just a different sound for us, which I think complements Savannah's vocal in an interesting way, in a not so typical way.
Right, because we still have that pop vocal, but we have this grunge sounding rock music to complement it, and it's really cool, and I can't wait for people to hear it.
I want to backtrack, go back in time with Maintain for a second. Now, there's something interesting that happens to be going on with that particular song. I think, isn't that one of the songs that's going to be on a movie soundtrack?
Yes.
I believe that's true.
Thanks to you, actually.
Yeah, the film is called Who's Jenna?
Yes. Laura actually reached out to us looking for some tracks, and we had Maintain already recorded and a couple other songs for this movie, and I'm really excited that it's going to be in the film. Like, we can't really even believe it, but yeah, the movie's called Who's Jenna, and I can't wait to see it. So
yeah, it's a comedy, and it's scheduled for release in early 2016. So if anybody wants to actually, dive into the soundtrack, SVB is going to be featured on there, which is kind of neat. Is this the first? Is this the first soundtrack that you guys are on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is actually. We've never really been asked to do that. I think because we only have like 5 songs right now out. So, but I was so excited when you asked me to send you tracks for that, because that's just an incredible opportunity. So we're excited to hear it in the film and on the track. So yeah.
Well, just because we're talking about Maintain Master, would you guys like to play it? I mean, we have the music if you want to hear it.
Yeah, let's play it.
Love that song. Awesome.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, you guys are off the air.
TheLadyinRed and SVB band.
Yeah, so if you just tuned in and you heard a little bit of that last song, it was Maintain by SVB. It's one of their older tracks that's actually coming out on a feature film this in early 2016 called Who's Jenna. And we've got them live on air with us, and they have a lot of new stuff that they're actually working on.
So excited to hear this.
So tell us a little bit about what was your inspiration for this new EP, and what's it called?
Well, we haven't titled it yet, but the inspiration for it was, well, primarily for me, before we started everything, it was about kind of getting a harder rock sound. more that of like bands like Nirvana or Brand New, stuff like that. And then lyrically, it ended up fitting very nicely with some of the stuff that happened around the band emotionally.
Yeah, it was actually a really good time for me to dive into writing because earlier this year, in February, my dad passed away unexpectedly, and it was just the best time for me to kind of go into like therapeutic writing mode, and I just wrote down everything that I was going through the whole up until now even, and it's really cool to see that throughout the album because it's almost like the grieving process of the 5 stages of grieving. It goes through that, and naturally it just kind of happened, and I think that's kind of the theme of this album, which is really cool.
How many tracks do you think it will be?
11.
Yeah, I think about 11 tracks, hopefully.
Nice.
Well, there may be a couple extra ones, but they'll be short, 30-second little bonus things that you'll see when it gets released how that all fits together. But so probably like 15 tracks technically.
How long do you think it will take, like, to complete the whole official EP?
Well, optimistically summer, but those kind of things, always take longer than you expect them to.
Yeah, I think we're not going to totally try to rush it, but we're definitely going to start recording in January. So however long that takes, and then the whole mixing and mastering stage, we'll have to see how long it takes. But we'll definitely keep everyone updated on our Twitter and Facebook. It's SVB Rock Music if you want to follow us. And yeah, we're going to keep everyone updated and try to post singles before the album's actually completely done.
You can definitely expect a single before summer.
Now,
I think
where can people find that single? Maybe iTunes? Maybe, do you have any plans for that right now?
Probably release the single on SoundCloud or Reverb Nation or something along those lines to start it out. Bandcamp probably.
Bandcamp is probably going to be what we're going to use mostly, but it'll definitely be on iTunes and all that as well, as YouTube and yeah.
Could you try to get Google Play Music for some people that have Android? Because I have an Android phone, and I would kind of like, if I can get you guys on there. Like, I would buy it, so if you were on there.
Yes, we can do Bandcamp. It'll be on Amazon as well. So, yeah, it'll be on everything. I want to make it available to everybody, so.
Even on Spotify.
Yeah.
I love Spotify. I used to listen to it every night.
So do I.
That's great.
I'm a musician. Spotify is kind of rare.
Yeah, that's great. And so it sounds like this album, what a great tribute to your father too, Savannah. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really special.
Yeah, definitely. And any plans for any of the tracks to do a video with?
Oh, for sure. I think we have a lot of people actually who have been asking if they could do a video for us. So I think we're going to have to do at least a couple. I mean, that's my favorite part, honestly, is bringing it to life with the visuals, so that's for sure something we'll be doing.
Yeah, so are you guys ready to give us maybe a sneak peek at one of the tracks you've been working on?
Yeah, we have a couple guitars in here and a cajon, so we're going to play our single, Take What I Can Get, acoustically, yeah, so.
Okay.
All right, so whenever you're ready, this is great.
I'm angry, and I'm out of touch, you're not with me, and he's not enough, she'll do it all over again, I'll take the pain and run with it, save me, you're out of touch, and lately, just a pity kind
Wow, amazing, guys. That sounded great. That sounded really, really good.
That was
I
beautiful.
the audio is good enough. It's like we're using a little Mac over here, but...
I think the audio sounded good. I hope it. Yeah, it went good over air, so we're good. We're good.
Yeah, and anybody that's ever seen you perform live or on TV knows that like you guys are amazing in person. Like this is just all you. This isn't like some technological magic making you sound amazing. You just are, which is really great.
And I think that's our goal with this new album is to kind of bring what we do live, which is so big and crazy and loud, to the album and make it translate through the recordings.
Definitely, that works more than anything. And also, you guys don't need autotune. And I'm not saying you ever do, but I'm just saying like you never, ever, ever will need it.
Thank you. That's our goal is to not, we want it to be pretty raw and just real for this one.
It's very real. It honestly feels like you guys are here in the studio jamming with us. And that's the way it should be.
That's awesome.
That's what we go for.
Yeah.
So, talking about performing for people, how was it when you had an opportunity to perform on the Marie Osmond Show?
That was really cool. That was our first like live television performance, and it was really special. Marie was so sweet, and the people who worked with her were just really supportive, and sound was great. So it was an awesome stepping stone, I think.
Any information behind the scenes?
Sorry, say that again?
I said any information like behind the scenes, like before you went on air?
Well, no, we just kind of hung out in the green room, being a band, goofing off, messing around, playing pranks.
That sounds like fun.
Stupidness.
Was the performance recorded or did you actually go on live?
We went on live.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I guess it's, is it the same thing, like when you're doing something like that versus getting on stage, or were you a little more nervous? How did that compare?
It was kind of cool because there was a crowd, and my family got to be in the crowd, and some friends and family we got to bring. So it was comforting to see them there, and it is a little bit more nerve-wracking than like a huge show because it's a little bit more intimate. But I wasn't too nervous. I think we had a lot of supporting people there. Yeah,
it was nice. And it's really good being in a band and doing those kind of things because you have a little support from your other bandmates. You're less nervous when you're around them because you're all kind of a unit. And if you screw up, someone else is pulling up slack somewhere else.
Right, and you also feel like since you guys are all together, you're all one. So it's easier when you're together. If you're not, like you're far away or something like that, you feel like you're going to mess up.
Yeah, we pull from each other and we kind of get to feed off of each other's energy.
Get those positive vibes, yeah.
So, speaking of performing in venues, you guys were also one of the last bands to play at the House of Blues in Los Angeles. How the heck was that?
That was honestly the coolest show ever. I think we hadn't played a show in a while and we got offered that House of Blues show. And the fact that it's gone now forever was just so cool to be able to say, like, we were one of the last bands to perform. And I love that venue so much. It's definitely iconic. And we actually have a new show coming up on the 15th of November at the Viper Room.
Yes.
So we haven't played a show since House of Blues, and this is our next show. So we're excited to come back and show everyone our new stuff.
Yeah, and come back pretty big. I saw you guys just tweeted that out today about the Viper Room. What a great venue. So where else?
Yeah, it is.
Where else have you played? Where have you performed?
South Park, Colorado.
Yeah, we've actually played in South Park, Colorado. That is a true statement.
Yeah, we went to we played in Colorado at this crazy festival, which was fun. And then we also play all of the Hollywood venues.
The like Sunset Strip stuff.
Yeah, Troubadour, Viper Room, House Blues, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's some bands that they just dream of getting in there.
How did you guys get in there, though? Like, did somebody contact you in order for you to, like, for House of Blues, at least?
Yeah, we have a couple promoters contact us about shows that they're doing, and if we fit the bill, then they'll put us on.
That's real nice.
Right now, like, if somebody wanted to book you, even like out on the East Coast or West Coast, how would they do that? Do you guys have a manager, or what's the best point of contact?
We're kind of our own managers right now. We have an email. Yeah, just email us. It's on our Instagram and everything like that. It's just Savannah, SAVANNAH shvanband.com or at gmail.com. So savannahvanband@gmail.com, and we get all the emails there, and that's where most producers and promoters, email us about shows and whatnot.
Do you have any interesting stories you want to tell, like behind the scenes of when you're getting ready for a show or a performance to do?
Oh man,
those are top secrets.
Was that good?
Last time we played a show was the House of Blues, and me and Free went out and got two of the biggest Red Bulls you could get, and just downed them right before we went on, because we wanted to just go crazy. And so that's, I think, something I'm gonna do from now on. It's not good for me, but I don't care.
And Free broke a string, I think, or a strap. Yeah.
Oh, a strap. Yeah. The House of Blues.
Too excited.
Yeah, we go crazy, and so when you go so hard,
you need a Red Bull to
like I do. Then you end up with a lot of broken stuff.
Any crazy fan stories, or like, what about the best thing a fan ever did for you guys?
Oh, let me just tell you guys something. You think after a show, like, everyone comes up and wants to talk to me? No, that's not how it is. Everyone, like, there's so many fanboys that come up to Alex and, like, they're just staring at him and, like, oh, what pedal is this? They're just looking at his whole soundboard, like, dying over him. They love him. They're, like, they fanboy.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of guitar nerds just flock. It's fun.
He's like the sex god.
He's a sex god, for sure.
Guitars are sexy. That's all good.
So are guitar players, though. But Savannah, have you had like people come up to you as well?
Yeah, especially after the Sunset shows, there's a lot of drunkies that just like to talk for hours, and then they talk about my legs, and it's a little uncomfortable. But I'm used to those drunkies.
Comes with the territory.
Yeah.
What about you, Ron or Free? What any interesting tales?
I'm pretty new to the band. I think I'm definitely planning on making some over the next few years.
Yeah.
So far, no. I've only played 2 shows with them, and both times I had something go wrong, so that's been fun.
What happened?
Kicking him out. No, he likes to wear his black hoodie so no one talks to him.
And then Ronnie, what are your interesting stories? Have you ever, Ron?
I don't have anything.
Yeah, he's docile. He's very calm.
Yeah,
for a drummer.
Except when I'm not, but yeah, I don't have anything.
Yeah.
No, he gets all of his craziness out on the drum kit, not when we're backstage being weird.
What is honestly something you guys like to do favorite as like bandmates?
As bandmates?
Yeah.
Oh, one of the funnest things we've ever done was go-karting. We went go-karting as a band once, a while ago. That was a blast. Yeah, at MB2.
Oh, we like to ride dirt bikes. Alex rode my dirt bike the other day up the hill and crashed and ate it and ripped open his face. And then when we write, we go to Chipotle every time.
It's like
lunch.
So Chipotle is the inspiration for a lot of your songs?
It is. If we don't have Chipotle, nothing happens. Nothing good happens.
Never had Chipotle. I honestly don't know what it is. I'm sorry.
That go-kart moment, though, you should have taken some video. That would actually be fun, I think, for a video, like
a music video.
Yeah, like I don't think anybody's ever done something like that yet.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So But I like the videos that I've seen you guys do where actually, you're performing on stage, you're like performing live. I love that. It's like, it's pretty dramatic. Is that like, do you think you're going to do some more of that with the new EP?
Yeah, I think we definitely will. There's going to be some really cool stuff that we're going to do for videos. I just want it to be over the top and just interesting, and I want people to just be captivated by every video that we do. So.
Yeah. I definitely want some more interesting conceptual stuff as far as like storyboards instead of just necessarily us playing, but I do want lots of shots of us playing because that does have a cool energy and people seem to like it.
Are you shopping for a label now, or are you just kind of seeing where things take you?
Not really. We're really just working on the record because we have a way to record it. We don't necessarily need funding or backing.
That's
but we would love to get a label to promote it.
I think eventually if the right label came around, we would consider it, but we're definitely not in any rush because we work well together as it is, and someone coming in and messing it up, I don't know if we're ready for it yet.
Yeah, that's pretty good, though. You remain true to yourselves that way.
Would you guys like to play another song?
Or something.
You guys want to play another song?
Well, actually, I think what Danny was referring to is that we're going to play another song, actually.
Which song?
I'll just pick.
Something.
Pick any song.
Something where? Something. What is it called? Something.
Something more?
Something more. Yeah.
Why don't you tell us something about it?
Yeah. How did you? What's your inspiration for Something More?
That was recorded around the same time as Maintain, and we worked with Cucurell on that one, and Mike Green actually helped engineer that song. And that one is just about kind of not being content, just kind of the opposite of Maintain. It's like knowing that there's more to a relationship than what you really had. And so this one is really intense and like super poppy as well, but I still love this one.
All
right, so Something More.
We are back to the DJ Dani Show on HamiltonRadio.net, stream HR2, with my lovely co-host, the Lady in Red, also known as Laura Madsen, and the SVB band. Awesome.
So we just played Something More by SVB, which is, you know, a little rock, a little edgy. Like, well, how would you guys? Fun. Yeah, how would you guys really classify the genre of music that you guys?
That we're working on now, or that Something More is?
Yeah, like, you know, where you were in terms of like the type of music that you originally started playing and what you're getting into now with like your new EP.
Yeah, well, musically, I was listening to a lot of like alternative bands, people like The Killers and U2, a lot of 80s sounding rock, a lot of synth stuff. So that was me, and Savannah's always been into the pop vocal.
I think we're kind of growing as we grow, our music grows, and I just think that instead of kind of doing so much pop, it's going to be just rock, and we'll have that pop element to it because of my melodies and whatnot, but it's just going to be a little bit harder and more emotional and more real because that's what we were going through at the time.
Savannah, I have a question for you. How long have you been singing?
Oh man, my mom was like making me sing at 2 years old the national anthem. So I was singing forever. But you know, I was in a girl group before this, and that's when I kind of started singing in the industry, and then I've been in this band for about 6 years now. So yeah, all my life pretty much.
That's amazing. That really is. And what do you do to, you know, keep up with it besides being in the band at first? Like, before you weren't in the band, how did you keep up with your singing?
I definitely would do vocal warm-ups every day and try to just, I mean, it's hard for me not to sing, so I would always just listen to other artists that I loved and just sing along and try to mimic things that I liked about them and pull from different things, and I think I just sang every single day, and that's kind of what kept me nice and shiny vocally, I guess.
But you've never had any formal vocal training?
Not really. I've had a couple vocal lessons. My mom was a singer in a band when she was younger, so she's kind of taught me everything I know. But I had one vocal teacher who helped me a lot, and I went for a couple months, and her name was Andy Pinto, and she was awesome with vocal warm-ups and stuff. So yeah, not too much training, but I definitely had people who knew what they were doing in my life to help me along.
Now, for everyone else, Ron, how many years have you been playing guitar?
Oh no, that's Alex.
Alex.
Unless Ron plays guitar too, which is a possibility. I don't know.
Okay, I've been playing guitar for 18 years now. I had a ukulele at 2 years old.
Whoa.
But I've been playing guitar since I was 5 years old, so it's been a long time.
Now, have you had any lessons? Or did you teach yourself?
Well, yeah, my Well, yeah, my dad was a professional guitar player, or still is a professional guitar player, and so he taught me a lot when I was younger. But from about the age of like 10 or 12 on, I pretty much was self-taught because there were just things I wanted to learn that were different from the way he would play, and it was good having that background knowledge, but then kind of developing it and trying to figure out like what I sounded like instead of just trying to sound like him, you know. But it was awesome.
So Ron, did you start playing drums at 2 as well?
Yeah, pretty much as long as I can remember. As far as any instruction, I actually started on piano first, and then did both piano and drums at the same time, and just gravitated more toward the drums later on. And kind of stopped playing piano because I didn't like the lessons I was going through, which was a mistake for me. But after I did stop taking piano, I kind of enjoyed it more because I was just trying to learn the songs off the radio, stuff like that. But overall, both instruments have been great. And yeah, I just gravitated more toward the drums, and just as long as I can remember. It's been a while.
What kind of songs did you learn off the radio?
Just like pop songs. That's kind of what I was into at the time. It was kind of like some pop songs, some rock stuff, but just trying to kind of train my ear a little bit too to hear certain things. So that's what helped, was just try to just learn songs by ear, but also having the knowledge of being able to kind of read music as well kind of helped us with that.
And Free, what about you on bass? Was this something that you learned when you were just a toddler as well?
Is Free there?
Okay. Yeah, I came from a really musical family, and I started on piano, and then I picked up guitar. Well, actually, I started on drums, then I picked up piano, and then guitar, and then bass.
Free plays everything, and he plays everything great.
That's good.
and he's the engineer for this album. He's kind of helping produce and engineer this whole album. So he's just a musical genius that we're lucky at.
Wow, that's really amazing.
That's great. So you can pretty much, you're very versatile. That's awesome.
Yeah.
He says, yeah.
Yeah, I am.
What's your lifelong dream, you guys?
Honestly, for me, it would be to play the Wiltern. I know that seems small, but I've seen a lot of great shows there, and I know a lot of people that have played there.
Yeah, like me.
And so, yeah, right? Thanks. But it's cool to be able to play somewhere that a lot of your heroes have played.
Yeah,
What about?
and I just want to make music that lasts and that is kind of timeless. So that's kind of the goal with what we're doing.
What about Madison Square Garden? Do you guys see yourself doing that in a couple of years?
Hell yeah.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
That'd be awesome.
That would be amazing. That'd be killer. Yes.
Yeah.
Where would you like to play
I
next?
would love that.
That's
Like after the Viper Room, where would you like to play after that? What's on your list?
Troubadour, El Rey, the slightly bigger venues, because Viper Room's a relatively small venue. We'd love to get up to the bigger venues opening for bigger bands than us. That's the dream right now.
Yeah, and then once we have the album out and ready to promote, we'll probably do a release party where we just invite everybody, and we're hoping to play somewhere big and rent that place out and just make it a huge party. So
That sounds amazing. Everybody loves parties.
So
yeah, right?
Yes.
So to find out about your gigs, I want everybody to stalk you on social media and connect with you and not miss a single tweet about where you're going to be. So do you want to just remind people how they can cyber stalk you at this point?
Yes, our Instagram and our Twitter is SVB Rock Music, and you can find us on Facebook under SVB.
And that's where you're going to be announcing your future performance, your future shows, and everything else that goes on to keep up with your new EP too, right?
Yes, it's all connected, so we'll be posting there, and we'll definitely be promoting and letting people know when we have shows and all that jazz.
You should also give out your Reverb Nation out one more time just so people can find out more information about you, because you have your biography on there and then you have all your music.
Okay, I think it's just Reverb Nation. Let me just double check. It's Reverb Nation Savannah Van Band, I believe. But I will post that on our Twitter today. So if you follow us on Twitter, I'll post all of our links there today, so you guys can just click them and follow.
Stalk.
Yeah.
Stalk away.
Stop.
Did you guys ever think you'd come this far?
I think I did. I think we all kind of knew that we had something special, but I didn't think that we would be playing the music that we are now, because we started off so pop and we were so young, so we had a different vibe completely. But I don't think I expected the music to be where it is, but I'm happy with it and pleasantly surprised.
When you mean by
farther.
When you mean by so young, you don't mean like puberty young, do you?
Yes, I do. I was 15 when we started this band.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
Wait, how old are you?
We were all I'm 20. I'm going to be 21 in January.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she's going to be legal to drink soon.
Do you think she was?
I thought you guys were very young. That's really good though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, thanks.
But that's great. I mean, to be to be able to say you've already played so many amazing venues at this point, is a great track record to have. Where do you see yourself in a year or in 5 years?
Opening for a bigger band on tour, touring with them.
Yeah.
Like a band the size of Brand New, or what's another, like James Bay sized artist. Where he's big, getting a little bit of radio play. I don't like to be over ambitious as much as it's fun.
I would like to be playing with like Paramore or something.
Oh my, I could see that. I totally can. Oh my gosh, yes.
That's a really good fit for you guys too.
Is that who you would like to open up for you? Who would you like to open up for you?
Oh, open up for us? That's hard to say. There's a lot of great smaller bands that I'd like to find to open up for us, because I like helping out smaller bands, because I know what it's like to be a small band.
Mm-hmm.
So that for me would be...
I think as far as us opening up for someone else, it could go so many ways. I mean, we could go with another huge rock band like Imagine Dragons or something like that, but we could also go with, like a band, like a solo artist like Bruno Mars. I could totally see us doing that for some reason. I don't know why. But
I can see you doing that too, honey. You're good. Just believe it.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm. As long as you're positive, I know this for a fact, the universe works with you, and if you're positive and you believe it, it actually, you can achieve it. And that's, the best part.
Right.
So next year, when your new EP comes out, what's on the agenda for that? Where are you guys going to take that? What are some things that you plan on doing?
Definitely getting it to labels and managers and promotional people. I want to get it on the radio. That's my big thing. I want to hear that record when I'm driving the car.
Yeah, I agree.
Besides me just playing it from my iPod.
Right.
Would you guys want to do a tour?
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
for sure. Once the album's out, that's our goal and our plan is to just go tour this side of, and even come out to New Jersey. That'd be awesome.
Oh, I'd love that.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of bi-coastal fans. I mean, I see your Twitter feed, not even just bi-coastal, but around the world. People are just come here now, So that...
We have an awesome fan.
We have a super fan in Italy. And it's just crazy. I don't know how these people find our music, but they're so supportive. And we have really cool fans.
Yeah, they're awesome.
So, would you be opposed to just, I know, you've toured, around the West Coast a lot, but if you had the opportunity, you would definitely just, drop everything, move, go live out of a trailer, or get an SVB bus and just do it?
Yeah, for sure. None of us really have anything holding us back. I mean, Ronnie has a beautiful little girl, but I think she would definitely be with us, and I think we would, we don't have anything tying us down, so we're really open to that.
That's great.
That's really good. Oh my gosh, I didn't know it was a dad. That's so cute. That's really, I love hearing that kind of stuff. Now, honestly, she kind of already asked this question, but when you guys going to be on tour, besides, what coastal area are you trying to come to? Or are you doing all areas?
Well, I'd love to go up to Seattle and play a lot of shows in Seattle, Oregon area. But honestly, anywhere that's not LA, you know, just get out of here.
You're just so sick of it now?
New York, the whole West.
Yeah.
Where the fans are.
Exactly.
I want to be huge in Japan.
It's always good to expand the circle and travel. It's a lot of fun. So we have another.
Yeah, Alex likes those Asian dates.
Yeah.
Honestly, but another thing is when you guys are going to be like doing your tour and everything, how long do you think your tour will be? Like, where are you planning on touring the most at? Like you said, you want to do Japan and stuff, but how many days is it going to be? How many months?
Or would it be years?
Or years, yes.
We haven't really got around to those plans. We haven't gotten around to those plans yet, but we'll definitely do a West Coast tour as well. I'm not sure. It really depends on how everything goes, but I want to make it as long as possible. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely next year or late this year, probably do a tour of the West Coast. That's kind of the hope, just to test the waters. Yeah, because we've never done the touring thing before.
So we've got one more song here that we can give everybody a flavor of. What's the last one we have queued? I don't even remember.
East Coast.
East Coast, that's right. So do you want to give us a little introduction to East Coast?
Did you come to East Coast when you wrote the song?
No, we didn't. It was kind of about getting away, actually, which is the East Coast. So that's kind of what we wrote about, is just escaping.
You know what? We're going to play that song. But you know, escaping sometimes is good, but it's sometimes bad.
Ready?
All right, so we've got East Coast.
Right, exactly. That's why we didn't actually do it.
Okay, here we go.
We're back to DJ Dani Show on HamiltonRadio.net, stream HR2 with Laura Madsen, TheLadyinRed, and SVB Band.
And we just heard East Coast, which is kind of appropriate since that's where we are. And we just took a little trip here with SVB, who's right now out in LA. So
I wish I was in LA right now.
Yeah, I wish I was in LA too.
Like, screw work. No, I'm kidding. But definitely.
Oh, it's my kind of weather. So we know you guys are awesome, you know, when you're performing, you're awesome live, you're awesome, you know, with your tracks, everything like that. What do each of you like to do when you're not doing music stuff?
When we're not doing music stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That is a hard question for me to answer. Savannah, you start us off.
Oh, man. What do I like to do? Well, I really don't like to do anything else.
Except eat Chipotle, right?
I have like one friend. Well, I like hanging out. I like to chill, honestly. I like to go see movies. I love
movies.
Just hang out with my family, really. Family's really important.
Watch Netflix.
Yeah,
Netflix and chill.
No, we really don't have any other hobbies other than music, I'm telling you.
Well, wait a second.
I can't say the same. I play tennis a little bit. I'm terrible, but I play. So that's something, I guess.
It doesn't matter as long as you're having fun. It's all good.
Tennis is always fun. Unless you hit someone in the face and you're screwed.
Yeah.
We heard something about... We heard something about dirt bike riding, and where's this coming from here? Explain this more.
Well, Savannah dared me to race her, like, trying to get your time, and so I raced up the hill, and took a turn too short, going too fast, and laid it over.
He came down the hill, like, it had been like 3 minutes, and I'm like, man, he's taking a long time, and he comes down the hill, like, dripping blood from his chin, and I was freaking out. I was like, what are you doing? And there was blood everywhere, and then he had to go straight to church right after and play guitar, like, with a bloody face, so that was
That's great. Well, you wanted it to be real, so I guess it's pretty real, right?
Did you guys get holy water poured on you? From his bloody face?
What?
I said, Laura, did you get holy water poured on you from his bloody face because you went to church?
They can't hear you.
Yeah, you should have.
That might have helped.
Right? Oh,
Might have rinsed it all off, you know? Cleansed you.
Yeah, I couldn't get that amount of blood off of my face. I was in church.
What would you say your greatest accomplishment is?
Man, our greatest accomplishment. Honestly, I think that it has yet to come. But as of now, as a band or like.
You can do both, honestly. That works fine. Like, you should do one as a band and then one for all of you guys.
Show. We played the Troubadour and it was sold out.
Oh yeah.
And that's a pretty iconic venue and a pretty big venue to have sold out.
We played that show with Mark Ballas and Travis Garland.
Oh my God, I love Mark
Those two
Ballas.
guys were so awesome, so good, and we had a lot of people there, a lot of people from the industry, and that was one of our best shows to date. So that's why we kind of want to go back and bring it back to that venue because we just love that venue so much, and it went well the last time. So
Mark Ballas is honestly extremely talented. So how did you feel when you performed with him?
Oh, Travis, it was awesome.
I would have been
They both were
fangirling.
really cool guys, and they have a different sound than us, but they're super talented, and it was cool that we got to kind of go like right in between them because we got all of their fan base there, and they have our fan base. So yeah, it was really a cool experience.
That's incredibly amazing. I'm so proud of you guys. So you came so far from being 15 to becoming a band to being on Marie Osmond Show to playing the House of Blues. Gonna play the Viper on
Viper Room on November, what'd you say, the 15th?
15th.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
15th, yeah.
Like, it really is. And then you're gonna have your EP that's gonna come out next year. We don't know the exact date yet, and it's fine because you need to have us wait and pens anyways. And you just have so much going on, and it's amazing. But is it ever become overwhelming?
Not at that point, no.
I think eventually it probably can get to that point, but as of now we're so like in the moment and enjoying every moment of it, and we're just having fun. Honestly, like this is what we love to do, and it doesn't feel like a job. So anytime that we get to be together and play music, it's fun. And now we're on your radio show, so that's our
That's
next,
my biggest accomplishment.
that
Thank
we
you.
got.
Thank you so much for being on my radio show.
Oh, yay.
Sadly, it's 8 o'clock, and I really don't want to say this, but I had so much fun. I honestly can't wait for you guys to come to New Jersey. I'm probably going to be the biggest fangirl there is.
No, you guys were great tonight. Thanks so much, and thanks for giving us a taste of what's to come for SVB.
Thank you so much. I had so much fun, and I honestly cannot wait. Tune in, everyone, next week for Axel & Co. Good night, everyone.